Tesla is resorting to some harsh measures as it's trying to push its $12,000 full self-driving package. I will tell you what they did to their own employee who exposed the very first FSD beta crash on his YouTube channel, and what happens when current Model 3 and Y customers refuse to add the FSD upgrade to their orders. And all of this is while one of Tesla's biggest public supporters calls the FSD tech, and I quote, crap. The State of Charge host and a Tesla owner himself, Tom Moloughney, will be here to see if Tesla's moves are doing more damage than good. Plus, in other electric car news, Rivian finally plugs an important hole. I check out the newly unveiled ID Buzz in Austin, the F-150 Lightning's official EPA ratings are out, and Audi's new concept may be heading to production. All of this is coming up next. Welcome to E4 Electric. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. Last month, a very first FSD beta crash was captured and posted on YouTube by a Tesla employee. And even though it was a small one where the vehicle struck a green plastic post, it certainly raised questions about how such an advanced AI system that Tesla claims FSD is has made such a simple rookie mistake. There is also a good case to be made that this is something that would have been easily avoided if Tesla would still be using a radar or at the very least a seeing eye dog. However, it is the very first time we've seen an accident caused by the Tesla's FSD beta, and it appeared to be very mild. No big deal, right? Wrong. In a quite harsh move, Tesla has fired that employee. His name is John Bernal. John has been running his YouTube channel AI Addict for a while now, where he showcases the FSD beta scenarios in his videos. John claims he has disclosed his channel to his management and they did not have a problem with it all this time until the crash video was posted. It's kind of like when my ex-girlfriend did not mind me looking in that direction until another girl who may or may have not had a belly ring passed by, and now I have to find another girlfriend. No severance package was offered. I talked to John earlier this week and he appeared to be a big fan of Tesla's FSD tech, stating, and I quote, FSD is, in my opinion, the best consumer self-driving software readily available off the shelf for everyday consumers. This doesn't look good on Tesla that's been struggling to bring their full self-driving tech to level 3. It's been level 2 ever since coming to the market many years ago. But the price of the FSD option has recently gone up again to $12,000 with very little improvement, yet a newly discovered issue of phantom braking. As a matter of fact, it seems that Tesla may now have problems selling it because here's what they're doing right now. You know how it takes a long time to get your Tesla after you order it? Plus, your delivery can be pushed back at any time, including on the day of the delivery. In other words, they don't know how to keep the reservation. Let me know in the comment section if you know where that reference is from. Okay, so now if you've ordered a Model 3 or a Model Y and dared to not give Tesla the $12,000 for a non-self-driving package, you're going to wait even longer. Because if you did decide to pay what at this point can only be classified as a bribe, you'll get your Tesla up to 4 months earlier than originally promised. Of course, one can say that Tesla is just trying to maximize their profits, but this trick was available to them all these years, but they've only decided to start using it now. And this is already in addition to Tesla raising their prices once again this month by anywhere from $1,000 to, get this, over $12,000. The cheapest Tesla is now at around $47,000. None of this is a good indicator that the FSD package is either that advanced or worth it. But the biggest hit it took this month was from one of its biggest supporters claiming that it is essentially, and I quote, crap, or as Elon Musk calls it,
E-Tron.
I'll tell you who it was in just a second, but before that, a quick reminder that this video is brought to you by Driven. Finally, there is a company that's taking the training of Tesla drivers seriously. If you're shopping for a Tesla or currently own one, sign up for a private Driven course and let a certified advisor meet up with you and provide a personal experience. You will discover features and driving methods you never knew existed. Sign up today using the link in the description of this video. Earlier this month on this very channel, Sandy Munro, our regular contributor and a big Tesla FSD supporter, called Tesla's self-driving technology, well, here, what are the things that Tesla needs to do to just stop screwing around and, get this thing going, level 3, level 4? What are your thoughts on
that? My thoughts are really simple. All that stuff's crap.
You can watch the full interview that's already uploaded on my channel and is in my video library. And only time will tell if Sandy Munro is once again right or wrong. Is Tesla on the wrong path with their self-driving tech as they were several years ago per their own admission? Well, let's leave those difficult questions to the host of the State of Charge YouTube channel and a Tesla owner himself, Tom Moloughney. All right, Tom, so let's start with the fired employee. Why take such drastic measures where, I hope you agree, the negative attention that news, brought to Tesla is probably much worse than the video itself?
I agree, Alex. It really seems heavy-handed. The only thing I will say is we don't know what's in the employment agreements that Tesla has. If it was clearly defined before he did this that you're not allowed to do it, then he broke the rules. But if not, then it seems a little overkill to me.
Well, I mean, he's been doing the channel for a while, so the rules would have to say that, only if you're doing something negative, and then it would just be essentially encouraging propaganda. Maybe change the rules.
Yeah, if there's people out there with the cars, employees or non-employees, you would think the most fair way to do it is, hey, post whatever you experience. We're not hiding anything, but that's not exactly how Tesla works. You and I both know that.
Now, they raised the price recently once again to $12,000 without really giving any extra features. Could it be that people are just getting kind of tired of, essentially buying the promise that never kind of comes to fruition while having to pay more and more with every half a year or so?
That's possible, Alex, but I don't have the data on how many they're selling, how many people are buying the full self-driving as compared to earlier. I really don't know. I know I didn't buy it when I bought both of my Teslas. I'm not paying for something until it's, fully baked and actually I can use it. So I guess that's possible, but we don't really know what the take rate is, so it's hard to comment on that.
We don't, but I feel like this week we also have the indication of that because, Tesla is now prioritizing the deliveries of those who do pay $12,000 for their YN3 way ahead of everybody else. They had that option before, really. They've never used it. So the fact that they're finally, pushing it this hard, right? It is a big deal to get your Tesla 4 months, ahead. Is that an indication that maybe they're no longer selling? I mean, the emperor has no clothes.
It could be. You could look at it that way, or you could just say, hey, it's a higher profit sale for them. So they're going to say, look, if you give us more profit, we'll give you your car earlier. It's hard to say. It could be either way, Alex. But, I lean towards thinking it's all about profit, and those cars make them a lot more profit. So they're giving you a carrot to get your car earlier, make us more money, and you'll get your car earlier.
I mean, I kind of partially also thought that way, but then on the other hand, like I said, like they had that carrot before, they've never used it. So, all right, let's talk about what Sandy said. Sandy is a big fan of Tesla and especially the self-driving software. For him to kind of call it, crap and, not just them, but everybody else and essentially suggest that they're going in the completely wrong direction, where the right direction would be the forward-looking infrared. I mean, could it be that Sandy is once again right and Tesla might be running itself into the ground like they did 2 years ago?
Sure. I mean, we've speculated on this before. I don't know, I know Sandy's a master at teardowns and manufacturing. I don't know if he's also a master at engineering self-driving technology, so it's hard to really say. It seems like that would be obvious, that the more types of technology you have, the smarter the vehicle will be and the quicker you can get to self-driving. I mean, I own a Tesla. I can't tell you how many times my cameras say camera blocked or blinded. That can't be good for self-driving, that to not have. So it would seem like you would want radar, you would want LiDAR, you would want every type of technology combined to get us to self-driving. Tesla hasn't taken that path. I'm not a self-driving engineer expert, but it would seem logical that, you would have a better system if it had a whole suite of different technology to assist.
Right, and if we just talk about the video itself, it sounds like something that a very amateur self-driving system would do, hit essentially a very, very well visible cone that could be easily seen by a LiDAR or radar or, forward-looking infrared. I mean, this is such a, rookie mistake. Could it be that, taking those radar, the radar hardware, made this almost impossible for Tesla to achieve? Because this is a rookie mistake, right?
Well, yeah, it seems that way. But like I said, I'm not a self-driving engineer. I will tell you, I did have a brief conversation with XPeng's director of technology and self-driving technology. And what he told me was interesting. He said Tesla could get to full self-driving just with a camera-based system, but it's much harder and it will take them much longer to get there. So, it seems like by removing those technologies, they're making it harder for themselves.
I am making it less harder on you to subscribe to Tom's channel, which you absolutely should. I put a link to it in the description of this video. Before we get to our next story, let's check out the grumpy comment of the week. And this one comes from Warom Well, who says, at E4Electric, that's me, Herbert D's, spelled with 2 Z's, clever, could/should have thrown you under the bus for your opinion about the bus. P.S. Great picture for your collection. Now, this is in reference to my last Sunday's video, which I have released outlining how disappointed I was with the ID Buzz at the very same time as I was having dinner with the Volkswagen team at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Now, before that, I got to meet and quickly chat with the Volkswagen Group's CEO, Herbert Diess. First, judging by the acceleration specs of the ID Buzz, throwing me under it probably won't do that much damage. So if Herbert or really anybody ever decides to do that, at most what will get hurt probably will be my feelings. Now, who really actually does deserve to be thrown under the bus by Herbert is his own design and marketing team, because I did not make the back of the ID Buzz look like a Chevy Bolt rear-ended by a prison wall. But I did get to check out the Buzz in Austin, Texas, and I even got to ride in it. I do have to say that at least the prototype I was riding in did not feel as slow as the specs suggest, so there is hope there. It also looks like the unveiling in the US has been premature and probably shouldn't have happened at all, because from what I understand, the specs, some features, and even the interior will probably be different from what this European pre-production vehicle is. And I have to admit that the attention from the public as we were driving around was overwhelming. I guess now I know what it's like to have a belly ring. Finally, we now know the official EPA numbers for the Ford F-150 Lightning. The base version, which starts at around $40,000, got an official EPA rating of 230 miles, but the bigger battery pack, as long as you have the 20-inch wheels, got 320 miles, which is 20 miles more than promised. Now, we don't know if Ford has done these tests with a 1,000-pound load, as they have claimed was part of the calculation before, but if they did, that would be incredibly dumb, if you ask me. It would be like having a YouTube channel while having an accent that nobody wants to hear right now. Now, I have been a critic of what I believe is inadequate range for a vehicle which is supposed to be used for activities that cut the range down drastically, like towing, hauling, and off-roading. In comparison, the newly unveiled electric Chevy Silverado has a promised range of 400 miles, which is much more appropriate, but probably still not ideal. Speaking of electric trucks, Rivian is hiring a chief operating officer to help fix companies' struggling manufacturing ramp-up. So far, Rivian has made only around 3,000 vehicles despite spending almost $5 billion last year going to production. Rivian has not had a chief operating officer since late last year, which is kind of an important position to have filled at this crucial stage of the company. The new hire is Frank Klein, who was the president of automotive contract manufacturer Magna Steyr, credited with overseeing the manufacturing of the first Magna-made electric vehicle, which you probably forgot even existed, the Jaguar I-Pace. And even though this appears to be a great hire that Rivian is in a desperate need of, it is still very odd that the partnership with Ford, which should have, if anything, guaranteed the young automaker a smoother and an easier road to manufacturing. Well, all Rivian has to do now is hire a new head of sales and marketing and PR, but after that they should be okay. Audi has unveiled an A6 Avant e-tron concept, which is rumored to be something that Audi is hoping to bring to production in the next couple of years. It is a station wagon, which has more space in the back for, I can only assume, storing cassette tapes and your dreams. But it's got some decent specs. The DC fast charging at the 270 kilowatt max rate promises 186 miles of range added in just 10 minutes, the estimated EPA range of about 390 miles, and 0 to 60 for some reason in less than 4 seconds. As you're watching this video come out on Sunday, I will be, and I am right now, in Madrid, Spain, checking out the Nissan Ariya program, but I'll still try to do our weekly live subscriber hangout on Tuesday if I can, so keep your eye out for that. All right, looking forward to all of your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.